All right, welcome. This is MDawg from MDawggaming. I just have been into this game the last couple days and just wanted to share a quick intro video. This is literally if you start a campaign in Crossroads Inn, which is a game just released this week. Currently, it's October 24th, 2019, and go ahead and pause it there. And so we're just going to play like the first few minutes. Just want to kind of see what the basic interface is like, and we'll talk a little bit about the game as we go. And we're gonna skip tutorial. I can handle it in conversation. All right. So one of the nice things about this game, I enjoy the art style. I mean, it certainly is not. The graphics are not spectacular. If you look around here on the local map, here's what the overview looks like in the local area here. There's certainly, you can back up farther. I think there is a larger map eventually that you see, but this is sort of your starting little area. But I still like the art style, even if the graphics themselves are not the most impressive ever. This is, of course, a management game, and I think one of the important things to talk about is that there's two game modes in playing this. Is first of all, there's the main game mode, I would say, which is campaign. Maybe I shouldn't distinguish between main and secondary, but there's the campaign game mode, which feels like maybe the most time was put into that, because it has a lot of complexity. It actually tells some pretty detailed storylines. But if you're not into all that and want to just do the management stuff, there's also a sandbox mode where you literally can just start from scratch, build an inn.
Your employee is leveling
and
up.
You've got some options on how you want to proceed, but that is pretty cool as well. So I like that. I like that there are options. We're going to turn that music off just while we're doing this here. The music's fine. I mean, I like the music, but while I'm talking, it's kind of like bouncing through my head. So just here's the starter inn, and I'm not going to certainly spoil the story, but after you've done some of the basic parts of the campaign here, the story does there is a pretty significant moment where things change, and I won't say any more than that, but I like how they introduce the game through the early tutorials. It's a good balance of some hand-holding, but also some things that you should just be able to sort of generalize and learn as you're playing. So over here you can kind of go on task here, and it'll tell you exactly sort of what the current objectives are to proceed. This sort of quest log is it's not really quest, it's just showing you events that happen. And you can highlight different things that you want to see show through this, but I sometimes we'll have it on, sometimes minimize it like that. Same with the current tasks. And then over here on the right side of the screen, this is the primary way that you move through the different elements of the game, interacting with things. Certainly building and furnishing are two of the cooler aspects of the game. You also can look at your objectives and claim quest rewards. This is where you hire and fire and adjust workers. This is the inn menu, which is a very cool thing where you can actually add specific recipes to the menu, and once it's on the menu, then your staff will attempt to offer and even serve those dishes to customers. And then further down we have rooms, and I have not done a lot with anything other than the actual serving of drink and food in the tavern, but apparently there are some other things that you can earn income from. These show your current resources, guests that are in the inn, and then there's a summary where you can see some different statistical information to see how you're doing day to day. So if we look at this, maybe we'll just do some of these first objectives here. Again, I don't want to go deep into this game right now. I have been streaming it some, and will probably continue to stream it some. May even do some more specific videos or detailed videos in sandbox mode. I don't know if I necessarily would want to do that with story mode, because it is a pretty detailed and lengthy story that you're going through, working at the end and preparing for different events and so forth. One thing to note on one aspect of this game that becomes pretty significant is when you go to the higher map, you're looking at different places, and you're having to find the deals that you want to make to purchase ingredients. That's how you get your shopping list, your items. For the most part, that's where you're going to get the the base ingredients that then your staff will turn into food and beverage to make money off of serving your customers. All right, so if we look at this, play some candles in the room. So if we go here to the furnish, we can see everything on the same screen. As you move through the campaign, which is sort of like this big tutorial, right? Or at least for a while it is. Maybe throughout the whole thing it is. I mean, the game, even when you start Sandbox, it even recommends, hey, have you played through the campaign first? It's helpful. So you'll get a lot more furnishings, and I mean, I don't think they have all, but yeah, I mean, there's so many more decorative items in this that you eventually start to unlock. But anyway, the first thing we need to do is put some candles. So by pressing Q and E, you can kind of face what direction something is going to be facing before you place it. Which with something like a candle, that doesn't necessarily matter as much, but with some items, as you'll see, that's pretty significant. So like with this, we need it to be placed this way to attach to that wall. This lantern, which is, more something I would maybe do on the outside here, but I guess you could use lanterns inside. We could use a chandelier on the inside. Placing chandelier is a legitimate option, and I think that would count for the candle, but I'm not 100% sure, so let's just go ahead and place a candle. We'll just get credit for placing the candle. All right, so now you see that has been marked off. Place a barrel in the room, and this is going to be what the wine or several different things can be stored in the barrel, I believe. So for now, actually, let's put it in here. We'll put it in here. Worker can go get it out of that and then bring it to the customers. Place seats next to the tables. Place tables in the room. Looks like we have to have 3 tables. And oh yeah, and we also need to expand the room. So let's do that first, because that could change where you might want to place the tables. We have to expand the room 4 times. So you actually choose like which type of room you're building. Of course, we want to add to the main hall. Expand the inn. We're going to add to the main hall. Okay, hold on. Can I undo that? I don't even remember. Yeah, we can undo it. All right, hold on. Let me remember how I did this. Okay, yeah, so you click on the room first and then you go like that. So that's how you expand. So like we could go like that, and that expands the inn times 4. Now the floor looks different, which is really gonna bother me. I believe it's this one. Okay. So now there we go. So instead of making a new hall, we have actually just expanded the current one. And it's weird that it hasn't given us credit yet for expanding the inn. Let's go ahead and finish furnishings, then we'll see if we can figure that out. All right, so now we've got tables. Let's just put them like this. That could get annoying because the door is there. And then I really like how the benches work. So as long as you have them pointed the right way, you snug them right up against that. It sort of shows you to make sure you know which table it's attaching to. So I think that's a pretty cool system. I like the way things are fairly easy to understand how they're going to place. Okay, so we completed that. Although everything is looking crazy right now, isn't it? Oh, the construction's got to be done, perhaps. Yes, I think the construction actually has to be done. So, yeah, now we're going to claim our reward for renovating the inn. We get 1,000 guldens. All right, that's been claimed. And now he's going to give us...
Was it a rat I saw?
All right, one of the things that's kind of cool in this game is like you build up your skills, and a lot of these have to do with like your speech, your ability to intimidate, deceive, your passion, your wisdom. You build up these skills by using them. So the more you use wisdom in the way,
So boring, it hurts.
the more you use that skill, the more your skill will go up, and you're more likely to be able to use that skill in the future successfully. again, I'm trying to stay away from this story. I'd kind of forgotten. Yeah, so at least the graphics have caught up now. I don't know if it was just time had to pass. No one was actually doing the work there. You do eventually have to hire people to do up the work. Okay, so now they're wanting to set up a message board. And so it's just going to keep going from here. You can see the floor starts to get dirty, so you've got to hire staff to, be your servers, and they also can do cleaning. You'll need kitchen staff. You'll need basically just, servants or workers that do like the physical labor, and so on and so forth. All types of staff you can get. I've really enjoyed this game, though. I think it's pretty cool. It's got quite a few layers of depth to it. I mean, I'm sitting here looking at, even like the gossip, economic, political, and travelers gossips. So that's basically like income almost that you can use as a resource, not income, but more like a resource. So like your economic gossip, you can use that to haggle down prices when you're purchasing stuff. So there's just a lot you can do. You can build stuff outside of your inn, inside of your inn. You can expand it. You can go up different levels. So far, early impressions. I've actually been really enjoying this game, and I've gone for a few hours into the campaign. Probably going to continue that, and I'm looking forward to being able to sort of just chill in sandbox mode and see what we can do. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed it. It's been way too long since I've uploaded a video to this channel, so I wanted to get something in. I'm starting to kind of play some games and carving out time to see about becoming a little more active on the YouTube channel again. So, but if you want to see more, you can always check me out on my Twitch channel. MDawggaming is what you're looking for there. MDawggaming. Same as YouTube. So as always, thanks for watching. Hope y'all have a great day. And again, this was a fun little game all about being an innkeeper. So pretty cool. Check it out. Thanks again.